Trail Seeker Adventures heads to round 4 of the Mountain State Hare Scramble, Whispering Willow Farm, where I throw on the goggles with nearly 200 other riders. Even though it rained the day before, the dirt is prime and ready for some ripping. This will be part 1, where I take my RMZ 450 out on the trails for nearly 50 minutes of video for you to watch. We jump into it, and it's going to be bar-to-bar action. Let's just get right into it.
So I've got some guys posted up out there. You get out of the mode section and start cutting, we're docking you 30 seconds every time we see it happens. I'm gonna stop.
Welcome to round 4 of the Mountain State Hare Scramble. We are in Burlington, West Virginia, and we're just about to see what Whispering Willow Farms track is all about and what it has to offer. Once again, I get a very bad start with the RMZ 450, but at least it makes for some good video. And in turn 2, I'm about to take out my good friend Josh Miller. He doesn't know how close that was, but I just about took him out. As I mentioned, it rained a good bit the day before, and this field is very slick. The dirt here at Whispering Willow Farms, as somebody just took a dirt sample, is very good. It dries out rather quickly, and it has a lot of traction. But here out in the fields, it's still pretty slimy. Just got around Josh Miller there, and he's coming out of retirement, and every race he's getting faster. And now I'm up here with Christian. If you watched any of my videos, Christian is on the video more than I am. It seems like I'm always behind him, and we're always battling. There's nobody I'd rather battle with more than Christian. I don't know that Christian knew how close we were there. We were bumping rubber, and that's not a good thing on a two-wheel bike. Traction was harder to come by than hand sanitizer this time of year, and believe me, that's been pretty hard to find, and traction is just about as bad. I absolutely love this field section. It flowed really well and is wide, and you could make many different lines. As I'll always say, never follow the guy that's in front of you, because if you follow him, you'll never get around him. If he goes left, I go right. If he goes right, I go left. And eventually, you'll find a way around him if you're faster. Pardon the big booger on the side of the camera. I'll be popping a tear off here soon, and then you'll be able to see what I'm about to tell you. If you are, there we go. If you're looking for traction, believe it or not, out here in this type of field, you want to get in the grass. The grass is where the traction is. As we finish up with the field section, there's old Dave Redmond, the landowner. I think he told me I needed a shave or something, but there was a hill climb here. You had to go around, but I thought I'd try the steep part and cut off a few seconds. It worked out well for me that time, but we'll find out how it goes the rest of the day. As you can see, the dirt is just prime up here in the woods. Not dusty, but traction out the wazoo, whatever a wazoo is. At this point, I believe I'm first. I went from last almost on the start, and the field section of 450 took care of business. As you can see, this woods is wide open and lines everywhere, and this is the type of track I love. If you go left, I'm going to go right. Eventually, I hope to get around you, but this guy is not making it easy. I've been behind him a few times. I know he is a fast rider, and I just got to give him time so I can find a way around him. Beginning, I told you this was part 1, and you're probably wondering what's part 2. Well, part 1 is going to be the dirt bike footage. I'm pretty much going to put all of my video. I only got 50 minutes for some odd reason, and then the camera went dead. I took out a little bit of the boring stuff, so you got about 40 minutes of video from the bike race, and then part 2 will be the four-wheeler. I got the new Hero 8 Black, and I'm able to change the battery and get some decent footage for the four-wheeler lovers. So that will be part 2. I will get that coming up to you next. As I was saying, this is a very open woods, and this is one of my favorite parts up through here. So many different lines to choose from. And that's what makes this video actually kind of fun to watch, the different lines that people take. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy this type of video, please leave a comment down below to let me know what you enjoy about it. I talked to several of you here at this track. Tell me that you enjoy the videos, and I sure appreciate it. If you see the Trail Seeker crew at one of the races or race events, make sure you stop by and tell us what you like. That way we can get more of it out there. Thanks for stopping by and letting Heidi and I know that you're enjoying what you're watching, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. That way you can be first to see the next video that comes out. as you notice, I'm back on the RMZ 450 again, and you might ask yourself why. Well, maybe you're not asking yourself why, and you may not even care, but the reason for the 450 to come out is, as you can see, this is wide open and pretty fast. And I like the RMZ 450 for the fast stuff. Now, I really haven't got the suspension on the beta figured out yet. I'm kind of keeping that reserved for some of the smaller technical stuff. So today is an RMZ 450 day, and I'm loving it. If this track is looking familiar, well then you must have watched my SXCS Sprint Cross, because this is the same property and pretty much the same track. But here before long, Dave Redmond and the Mountain State Hare Scramble crew switched it up for us. And we took us down across the road and ran us up the creek. If you haven't watched the SXCS Sprint Cross, make sure you check it out. And also, if you haven't seen our last video that we put out, we were up at Snowshoe Mountain doing some mountain bike downhilling. If you ever wondered if you could do that, even if you were a beginner, check it out. We show you that even a beginner can have a great time at the Snowshoe Mountain Bike Park. Check it out. Now we're down the creek, and it's actually pretty fun, but there's one section up here that had no rocks. It was just flat slate, or I would almost call it soapstone. But as this young man found out, it is slick. When I was doing a track walk, I about busted my butt just walking down it. Now it looks like Dave Redmond brought us over here in the Sherwood Forest, and it was getting tight. I think Winnie the Pooh's over here. Is that who's in the Sherwood Forest? I don't know if Winnie the Pooh is here, but I do see me a pretty fast rider. This is my son's best friend, Blake. Blake has really been getting fast this year, and I'm glad to see him out here ripping the dirt, and I'm even more glad to see him see me and let me go around him. Thanks, Blake. Man, I sure do like the 450 to stretch its legs. That's where this thing works its best. But at the end of this Sherwood Forest section, I'm not sure if that's what it's called. I'm not even sure if Winnie Pooh is in Sherwood Forest, but it gets pretty tight, and the 450 does not like the tight section of Sherwood Forest. Oh crap, somebody cut Winnie the Pooh's tree down with all his honey. Now what's he gonna do? Man, if this track doesn't make you want to jump out and grab your bike and go rip some dirt, I don't know what would. I mean, this was one of the most fun tracks that we've had so far here at the Mountain State Hare Scramble. I mean, you could just let it rip. We're coming in one of my favorite sections, this Lower Creek section. It was such a blast. I mean, you could just rip up through this thing. I about run into Mr. 911 right there. He gathers it up. I got a tree hanging off my bars, but man, I could rip up through here. I loved it. As you see, we came back across the road, and now we're back over here where we ran the sprint cross earlier this year. But if you're new to this channel and you just happened onto this video, we are Trail Seeker Adventures. My wife and I, we go out and we record our adventures that we do throughout the year. This is kind of a non-race season. We mostly want to stay with our local series and then go out and do a lot of the ride parks. We got a few of those in. We got the Hatfield-McCoy Trails. If you've ever wondered what the Hatfield-McCoy Trails are like, we go to Ashland Resort and show you what everything Ashland Resort has to offer and give you an example of what the Hatfield-McCoy Trails are like. We've also been to Florida at Prune Motorcycle Park. They have a motocross park. Also, they have a lot of acres, miles, and hundreds of miles of trail. You're able to see what that's all about. But we also go out to these race events, and we try out several different race events from GNCC, the Nationals, to our local series. And we hope to get out and go a little wider out into maybe the Virginias, the North Carolinas, and try some other different types of trail or different types of race events. Next year I hope to do some hard enduro. I don't know that I'm going to get to it. That's basically what the beta is all about. But we're pretty much wrapping up one lap here at round 4 Whispering Willow Farm for the Mountain State Hare Scramble. And right now I'm first, and we're taking off for our second lap. But if this is the type of stuff that you enjoy doing, we also do mountain biking, hiking, just about anything that has anything to do with trails, hence the name Trail Seeker. We go out and seek trails and let you know what it's all about before you even get off the couch. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and hit that little bell icon. That way it notifies you whenever we upload our next video. You can hit that little red icon at the bottom of the display if you're watching it on your iPhone or whatever, or you can wait till the end of the video. If you click our logo in the middle of the ending card, you can subscribe to our channel there as well, or you can watch our next video. If you race this event, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the track. I really enjoyed the track, the way it was flowy. It wasn't real technical. The track had a lot of traction. I think probably the most challenging part is just keeping your speed, because if you messed up one time like this gentleman, it's hard to make that time back up because the track was so fast. Field was still pretty slick on the second lap. It dried out throughout the day and became perfect. Make sure you watched part 2. I'm on the 4-wheeler and I absolutely love the track on the field section. Here I hit the main hill climb and having no problem at this point, but at the bottom of the hill there, as you've seen the ledge starting to show, it got pretty difficult, but I hit it pretty much every lap. Definitely save some time. Make sure you leave a comment if you hit that hill and maybe it didn't go so well for you, or if you decided to go around, and let me know how that went. Absolutely love ripping up this hill. It had so many different lines, but I mean traction was not a problem. That was a little tight fit through there, but what a fun hill to rip up. As you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I can get kind of vocal just to let people know I'm behind you. But on this track, it seems like I hardly said anything. It was so wide open and had so many different lines. It wasn't a problem. Traffic was not a problem. And that was one of the coolest part about this track. One of my good friend Todd Pingley son. I think this is Chase Pingley. I didn't realize it for a while, but he's a young man that's getting very fast, and before you know it, I'll not be able to keep up with him, just like his brother. Heidi was talking to a few of the fans of the channel, and they were saying that they like watching the lap videos and checking out line choice. This is one of the best videos I've seen to watch that. There were so many different lines. That's why I decided to put more of the ride video out there, the lap video. That way you're able to watch the different lines that other people and myself take. If this is something that you think you would like to watch more of, make sure you leave a comment. That way I'll know what you like watching. I had a line right there, but I screwed it up. I always like taking the inside of the line there, but that didn't work out. But that's helpful information. I didn't talk to the gentleman, but Heidi said she talked to a couple guys, and they said that's what they like watching, to see the line choice. So here you go. Talking about lines, I was coming down this hill and I thought I had a hot line, but what I didn't notice was a piece of ribbon there. But you don't know how close I came from hitting that tree, but I didn't bust no ribbon. Not sure what it was about that turn, but it kind of messed me up every time I came around it as well. This was definitely one of the longest and coolest creek sections I think I've ever raced. That was pretty smooth through there, but the battery just dead before you actually catch it. Well, I actually catch it. But I do hit a tree in there, and I actually got tangled up in those trees. One lap, I think I only went down twice on this race. But I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit and let you listen to the 450. on lap 3. Coming over here, jumping a little creek jump, and we're heading up the main hill. There's my little sweetie Heidi telling me it's a good to go. We're cranking up the hill. Good, bud. Well, as we were wrapping up all that I had with the GoPro going dead, this is about the middle of lap 3. The pros in the overall, Brandon Poling won the overall, Randall Irving got second, and Matt got third in the pro class. And I'm running the 40 AB class. I got 6 laps. I got first place. And Darius Lati got second, and Dennis Fisher got third. Good job, guys. I had an awesome weekend of racing. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2, the 4-wheeler, where I get the LTR 450 out and rip some laps on the exact same track, minus some of the tight stuff. I did end up 6th overall out of close to 200 riders, which was a really good day for me. But make sure you stay tuned and see how we do on the old 4-wheeler. I'll try to get that out next week. And make sure that if you see us at the next event in Buchanan, stop by and check us out. If you made it this long on this video, then you must like watching our videos. And the first 5 that comes to the Buchanan race and puts out the password, what the password will be, RMZ450. That's the password. I'll get you a free t-shirt if we have your size. And make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're not a subscriber. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Stop by and see us. If you want to subscribe, make sure you click the logo in the middle of our end card, or check out our next video. Thanks for watching.